So that's Screech Owl's collection, and some lovely feathered washi tape, little journal tag there which is cute, and some of Mrs. Cogs collection here on a little lace flip. And I have used a lot of lace to bring out the lace in the digitals. I thought they were so nice, so pretty. Have a lovely stamp there of a girl going for a walk with her beautiful Labrador, and she's all rugged up in her gumboots and her beanie and coat for winter. I love this picture. It's a beautiful Arthur Rackham picture of children picking up apples under a tree. Reminds me a lot of my childhood. I've got a little lace tab on there which is so fine and fragile. It's got a little flower on it, and some more embroidery and lace picture. Some lovely pictures from Artymaze, the fox and the hare, gorgeous, on her A Winter's Tale collection. And I put some of that lovely seam ribbon satin edging there. A doily and a beautiful crocheted bookmark, which I thought was just gorgeous, and that can be moved to any part of the book. It's just sitting there. What fire could ever equal the sunshine of a winter's day? That's a little tuck spot behind the doily. Pocket there, Winter's Tale, the beautiful winter cottage picture, so pretty. That whole kit is just gorgeous. I have some lace threaded with ribbon here, and on the bottom I've recycled an earring that looked very icicles. Not sure if you can't really tell whether you can see it or not. It's kind of hard to bring up close, but it's actually just hanging from the bottom of the ribbon there, and it has little teardrops and a little flower with a droplet in the middle. I hope you can see it. And on the edge I have another crocheted lace tab with a blue bead, which did have a kind of winter look about it. A Winter's Tale kit tag and pocket. More stenciling, hopes and dreams. Beautiful lace again. Gorgeous squirrel from a Winter's Tale kit. Lovely butterfly stamp, or moth maybe. Pretty. Another tag from Screech Owl. A paper bag from A Tattered Dream, and inside of there I've got a little collection of goodies. I've got an Amity bloom postcard, and I've got this photo here which is my favourite winter photo, which was taken in New York. A messy bear equals a happy bear. Now I thought that reminded me so much of the crafters of late, because they've all been complaining about how messy their craft rooms are, and they're having so much trouble getting their head around actually tidying up. Whereas I thought this said it all. We encourage our bears to be themselves, and that means they often make a mess. The toys and treats you might see scattered around spark natural bear behaviours, like playing or foraging for food. Natural ground coverings like garden mulch are put in the exhibit too. The bears love to roll around in it. Nearly everything ends up in the pool, making the water appear cloudy, but not to worry, the water quality is fine. Now that reminded me so much of our craft rooms, and I thought just with the changing of a few words I could have made that fit our situation quite well. And never complain about the mess when you're creating stuff, because at least you're happy. So over here I've got another Artymaze, Winter's Tale, and an Edith Holden page tuck spot, and some cute little mushrooms on the corner of that page. some more lace, lots of lovely lace, lots of crocheted trim, another fox, another beautiful Boho Daydreams trim from Sheila with a row of owls, washi tape owls, beautiful piece of crocheted lace and a lovely little bead from Mrs. Cog. Thank you, Liz. Another Screech owl with some owls on the bottom and some Artymaze owls. And I've got a little pocket here in the middle which undoes and has inside of it a poem, Snowflakes. We have a lovely poem in there which tucks in there, except I might leave it out because I can't get at the angle to put it back just now. This is gorgeous. This beautiful picture is from Mrs. Cog and it's just so sweet. It's gorgeous, of little girls chatting. So pretty. That little one is from Nazy, Amity Bloom, and these two are again from Screech Owl. Pretty. Lovely Artymaze one, lovely little, that's the little card tucked in there. Cute little selection. Here I have a lace card, tag, and tucked into another of Mrs. Cog's beautiful embroidered collection, and that's a little snippet too in a doily. So as you can see, this book is huge, it's enormous. More lace, more writing space, a lovely Edith Holden page, some coffee dyed papers with a little bit of stenciling. The other side of the paper bag from A Tattered Dream. Here I've got a lovely little flip where you can write on it. Some really snowy kind of fabric from Boho Daydreams. And on the back is this gorgeous little poem from Carl Sandburg called Fog. The fog comes on little cat feet. It sits looking over harbour and city on silent haunches and then moves on. Just beautiful. So that just goes in the little bag. We have some more stenciling. Notes to self. They take a lot of those. Stenciling. Oops. More lace paper. This is a lovely little tag from Nazy again, Amity Bloom. And just a cute little pocket at the bottom that says heartfelt and a stamp that kind of went with it. Has that sort of old-fashioned look. Some more stenciling, records. Oops, I think there's lace in there. It's just got stuck a bit somehow, I think. Yes, lace. A chrysanthemum stamp on the corner. Oh wind, if winter comes, can spring be far behind. Percy Shelley. Another of Artymaze's gorgeous owls. They are beautiful. Snowy owl. And along the bottom I've put from Bears and Old Lace, a lovely piece of old lace in seafoam colour. And on this side I've got another piece of that beautiful antique lace. And it truly is antique, it's just beautiful. This one here is upcycled lace from Lingerie. Now is the winter of our discontent, William Shakespeare. Beautiful owl again, and that lovely snowy kind of fabric there, which makes it sort of sparkle and look frosty and icy. Some more Embroidered lace. Another gorgeous little winter fox. Okay, so here we have fox stamp from Deep Red over here. Artymaze, again from her kit. And this gorgeous picture here, January Helping May into the Tree by Warwick Goebel. That's from Mrs. Cogs collection. It's a beautiful picture, absolutely gorgeous colours in that. Got a ruffle down this side and some heavy ribbon. And over here I have a new one from Mrs. Cogs' new collection, and it's her Mother Nature collection, and this one is called Snow and Ice. And I've just made like a little tuck out of that one. Another flip from Boho Daydreams Winter Ice collection, which is nice and sparkly, beautiful material from the lovely Sheila, and some little winter birds perched across the top there. Got some very pretty blue flowers on some scrapbook paper. I'm not sure where that one is. Oh yes, that's a Grace Taylor collection. I used mainly the Grace Taylor papers, which are from, I'm just trying to think what the company's called, Grants something or other, and they're the ones I used for the signatures, each signature. This is another one from Mrs. Cogs' Mother Nature collection, Jack Frost, which went very well with the winter ice theme. It's a gorgeous picture, and I will put some links below so you can find those sort of things. This one here is my Gibbered pocket, because I got the idea from Gibbered for these cute little tags. One touch of nature makes the whole world kin, and I've just got share typed with my typewriter on the top, so that's a little skinny tuck. If I can get it back in there and on this angle, there we go. And the lovely little flower on the bottom is another one from Tracy Fox's Love Junk Journals, so you can find those on her page. Artymaze's Winter's Tale collection again, and I've just got a little star tag in there. As you can see, this book's getting quite fat, so it's getting a little bit hard to keep flat because I've got it so stuffed full of goodies from everywhere. That's a lovely stamp there from the Tim Holtz collection. Beautiful little doily and paper bag from A Tattered Dream. I have some crocheted lace on the corner with another little crystal hanging off it there, and the lovely lace there from Velvet Vintage Art. So we've got a Velvet Vintage Art page there with her lovely laces. Over here we've got the Tiffany & Co stamp, a little glassine bag, and the Tiffany & Co stamp comes from Stamp Fran Cisco Renaissance Art Stamps, and I've just got tucked inside of that a little paint chip with a little window and a snowflake, and it says Sea Angel on the top, which I thought was lovely, and I thought that reminded me a lot of making snow angels in the snow, and the colours of course go well with this book, which is kind of a sea mist kind of greeny blue. The Colours of Ice. I have another of Mrs. Cogs' lovely new tags, Dance of the Winter Gnomes, which I thought was very cute, from her new Mother Nature collection. And I've just used that as a tuck in here, and the saying is, reality has limits, imagination is boundless, which goes very well with winter gnomes, I thought. bit of stamping. These are parchment papers in between the lighter ones. I wanted to give it an overall much lighter look than the really dark tea-stained look, because of the snow and ice is much lighter rather than the sort of dreary tones. So we've got some little frosties there on the end of the strings, snowflakes. This is a Screech owl collection. When you have a dream, grab it and never let it go. So I just made a little tuck pocket out of there, which comes in the kit, and she has these lovely day by day note taking for your daily journals with the months and the weeks. It's a very pretty set, that. Another of Mrs. Cogs' new collection from Mother Nature, and it has a vision of wintry snow-topped roofs, and it's like a vision of a ghosty winter snow there in the middle of that. Some more blank pages for writing, some parchment paper, lovely glassine bag over here, and in that I've just tucked one of my pansies from the garden, which I've just pressed and put through the machine to coat it. And this one has one of Gibbard Neary's collection of embroidered flowers, which I put a little typewriter hope on the bottom, and I've just added some sari silk ribbon to the top and bottom of that. And that sari silk came from Mrs. Cog. Thank you, Liz, for that gift. Very pretty, it went well with that. And the beautiful pansy. Another lace page. And this one here is from Mr. Stephen's Emporium, which he's obviously done with his own pressed flowers and made a beautiful kit out of it, which is gorgeous. And I've sewn on the bottom just a little collage with some really antique lace that came from Bears and Old Lace, a little crystal button there, and some muslin underneath, and another of the little violas or pansies in a pocket, which I've sewn around with some antique cotton thread. And that's just on a little paper bag, the other side of the bag. So in the top of that we have a little Andrea card. That's Artymaze, and it's just a little letter. It's just really cute, I thought. The little winter birdies on there. So that was just in the top of the paper bag. It's sort of hard to get at this angle, so I might pop that back in after. And another tiny little pansy here in some acetate, which I've just sewn around, and it's a winter white. And I'll just tuck that into a little pocket that has almost sort of snowflake pictures on. Another of Tim Holtz's lovely stamps, very old-fashioned. A winter fox from the Artymaze collection, and a tag here with the winter squirrel on, which tucks into the pocket. And another of Mrs. Cogs tags for embroidery, her embroidered floral collection. Very pretty. The Storm Threatened is one of Mrs. Cogs' collection. I've just made a little tuck spot out of that from her Mother Nature, her new one. And the lovely tape, washi tape along the top, has some winter briar rose thorns, rose hips on it, which look nice and wintry. And inside we have a little squirrel, gorgeous little squirrel card, and that's from the Winter Tales collection from Artymaze. And over this side we have another squirrel that is a cutout from her collection, and a gorgeous little winter bird's writing space for journaling on. Has some lines on the back, so that's very cute. And what else do I have in here? Something else. Oh, winter ice, moulding ices, which was from Mrs. Marshall's cookery book. Winter ices. Some more stenciling, writing pages. I've just put a little stamp on the top of that one. Am I in shot there? I think so. Okay, so this one here is a wallpaper. It's got that gorgeous wallpaper with the angels on it, little cherubs. I'm not sure if you can you see that really well. It's sort of embossed and has beautiful shades of blue pressed into the design, and I've just got that on a little card so that tucks into one from Artymaze's, a little tuck pocket from Artymaze's kit, and some more of her kit there with the deer, and just a little tuck spot for her reindeer envelope. And inside of that I've got just a little cute little sewn around scene from a stamp, which is this one here, and that is from Hero Arts. It's a nice winter scene. So I thought that really fitted well with the deer in the winter. That just tucks up under that, and I've just got a little clip on there to hold it. Then getting to the final section, we have this gorgeous owl who's under some pretty fabric that flips, and it just makes him look like he's in the middle of a snowstorm because it's sparkly and picks up the light. I thought that looked really pretty, having the owl tucked under there. So that is a pocket, and we have a little letter paper clip with some crystals hanging off the side there, winter crystals, nice and sparkly. And on this side, which is the last page, we have an Amity bloom pocket, I like to call this. It's one that she did a tutorial on, and a little pressed embossed tag. It's a tag from Amity bloom here, which is a flower from her kit, and just some wallpaper on the back, and just tucks into that little pocket, which is a floating pocket, because Amity bloom always uses a lot of floating pockets in her journals, so you can tuck that in anywhere you want and move it around. So yeah, this one here is from Flywheel, which is a little shop in New Norfolk in the Derwent Valley, and it's lovely to go and visit. So if you ever want to go for a drive, that's a good place to go and have a look. She has some gorgeous things there, and she is online. She has an online store, so I'll put a link to that below. And the last end piece page is a pocket, a lace pocket with a satin ribbon. It's silver satin. And inside of that I have a gibbered envelope. I call it a gibbered envelope because she makes these beautiful envelopes. Dyed tracing paper that she sews 3 pieces together and makes the envelope out of that. So you've got like a transparent section on the bottom, which you know, gives it interest. You've got 3 layers with your book paper, and I've got some just plain paper in the middle, and then I've got a little Nazy piece on the front, and inside of that I've got another one of those little notebooks like I had in the front, and they just have little sort of bits and pieces of pretty papers in them, leftovers, and some little beads. So that is the humongous Winter Ice Journal, which is quite a big journal. As you can see there, it just takes up quite a bit of room. So it might be wise to actually unpack some of it. I think it's so huge. I did get a bit carried away with that. But there you go. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed looking at that big book. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.